What's up YouTube? Don Corns here today, bringing you a brand new video. Today I'm just going to be talking a little bit about a DIY you can do for your E38, specifically for your valve covers. My car had a really nasty misfire going on for a little while. Someone recommended I should check the spark plugs for oil, so I did, and they were absolutely full of it. So I decided I had to replace the valve cover gasket, which I'm in the process of doing. But after I pulled my valve covers, I noticed that they're extremely grotesque. They're all crusty and brown and black and just in total disarray. So basically what I decided to do was I was going to sand them down and then paint them. But I read online about a guy who had sanded them down and just left them with the raw aluminum finish. He polished them up and they look real good. So I decided I would try and do the same thing, and my results were actually really good. So you have to keep in mind that these aluminum covers are actually part magnesium too. So I'm pretty sure the parts where you're seeing like the waves and whatnot in there, I think that might be I'm not 100% sure. Like, you can't really sand it out. It's more or less in the valve cover. But I'm thinking that might be part of like part of the magnesium or something, or if there was a bad mix, or maybe just the way the cast was made, you kind of end up with stuff like that going on around the housing. But it's real smooth, it's real shiny, and it looks good. Other than that small thing there, but I don't mind. I think they look great. They polished up real good. Basically all I did was hit it with a palm sander. I used 120 grit, well actually anywhere from 80 to 120, just to get all the big stuff off. I used a couple little detail pieces to get into the nooks and crannies, like up in here and around the edges and stuff. But basically once you hit it with the 120 or thereabouts, and you get all the big stuff off, like the main paint and the grime, then you pretty much just want to start hitting it with a little bit more and more and more. So I went from the 120 to 320 to 400 to 600 to 800 to 1000 to 2000. So I was gonna wet sand. The person that I read did this before suggested you wet sand around the around the 1000 2000, but I tried it and I didn't really like the way it was going, so I decided to just do straight up regular sanding. After I finished the 2000, I cleaned them off real good, and then I put on some metal cleaner. It's I think it's called Edel Chrome Glands or something like that, but real good stuff. It's just like a white compound type cream that you just rub in and then buff out. But you get a real nice shine. You can see it's really glimmering here. Obviously this is not like a show quality. I probably could have spent a lot more time to make them look better, but who knows, I could have spent a lot more time and they could have ended up looking worse. So anyway, this is pretty much what it is. I'm gonna try and do another video after I get them installed in the car, but just something you can do pretty easy on your own to get your valve covers looking nice and fresh. I'm not too sure how these are gonna stand up to just age and weathering and all that, so that is what I'm gonna have to find out in the future. But basically, yeah, that's pretty much it. So valve cover refinish.